Back at Allegany Community College, the two teams have been taken to their respective benches. The Hagerstown Hawks down around their coach, Jim Brown, and down on up to our left, there's Bob Kirk, and his team is circulating around him. The ACC team will be coming in ranked 8th nationally, or in the National Junior College ranking. And in the USA Today, while they are rated 9th, which means that ACC has jumped up a little bit from last week. They were 9th in the junior college rankings last week and 11th in the USA Today poll. Well, this week they are rated 9th. I'm Van Roby, and right at the moment, at least, while we're working along with ourselves, our friend Gary Hogger has run into a little bit of difficulty, and in all possibility or probability, why he will be along a little bit later. But Tom Giffen, the PA announcer here at ACC, is getting ready to go through some preliminary work here, as he always does. It might be well to mention, too, that tonight is going to be John Kruk night. John, the fine outfielder, first baseman of the San Diego Padres, is going to have his number retired at halftime. And there's going to be a presentation in his behalf, and we'll try to do the best we can to cover all of that, and maybe also get an opportunity of talking to John as well. We're going to have the playing of our national anthem.
With a record of 21-2, 7-0 in the Maryland JUCO, and ranked 8th nationally. A 5-foot, 11-inch freshman from Oak Hill Academy in Richmond, Virginia, number 11, Mike Teller. A 6-foot, 1-inch freshman from Frederick Douglass High School in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, number 35, Sherman Williams. A 6-foot, 4-inch freshman from Lafayette High School in Williamsburg, Virginia, number 21, Rico Taylor. A 6-foot, 3-inch freshman from Allegany High School in Cumberland, Maryland, number 12, Nate Baker. A 6-foot, 6-inch freshman from Edmondson High School in Baltimore, Maryland, number 25, Kirk Mitchell. And now for the starters, a 5'11" freshman from Northwestern High School in Hyattsville, Maryland, number 15, Clint Venable. A 6-foot, 6-inch freshman from Friendly High School in Fort Washington, Maryland, number 33, Charles C. Buckton. A 6-foot, 5-inch freshman from Frankfort High School in Short Gap, West Virginia, number 13, Scott Kerr. A 6-foot, 2-inch sophomore from North Central High School in Indianapolis, Indiana, number 23, Rodney Johnson. A 6-foot, 7-inch sophomore from Oliver Ames High School in Boston, Massachusetts, number 41, Curtis Williams. The Trojans are coached by Bob Kirk, assistants Mike Baker and Jerry Rice.
Those are your starters. We're going to be back tonight for tonight's tip-off in just a moment. You're watching ACC on TCI.
"129 straight wins at home, a national record for ACC, which all the Trojans past and present and the coaching staff can be very proud of. I'm Jimmy Flanagan of Kelco Credit Union. The Trojans will keep on going because they are winners and have what it takes. Kelco is a winner too and has what it takes to play your financial game through the 80s into the future. We've learned over the years to develop our game plan to serve you better. And as you can see, we're still in the game, giving it our best shot. And you can count on us.
Have you heard? HBO's lineup in February is so star-packed they've added an extra day to the month.
Oh, gnarly!
That's right. 29 days of movies like Black Widow, Mannequin, The Morning After, Blake Edwards' A Fine Mess, and more.
Don't forget the mayonnaise.
Plus super stand-up comedy with Rodney Dangerfield, Jackie Mason, and Dennis Miller. Not to mention great family programming, too.
I'm excited about it.
So leap to your phone and call your cable company. Get in on the fun of HBO today.
The opening tap went to Hagerstown. We're all set to go. We'll try to set the lineup as the best that we possibly can. It's Phil Young with the ball. He's number 23. Swinging over to the far side is Vernon Brooks. He's number 42. With the ball now is number 34. That's Troy Smith. Field goal from the left side by Billy Stanfield. So Hagerstown takes an early 2-0 lead. We've played just about 30 seconds. ACC starting the regular lineup of Beckton and Kerr, Williams, Venable, and Johnson. This is Venable with the ball. Williams missed the dunk from the pass from the outside from Venable. This is Young. He handles the point. He and Troy Smith handled left side. No good. Big rebound is pulled down by Beckton. Rodney Johnson, left side. No good. This is Williams. Off of the glass, and we're tied. Curtis Williams getting the Trojans on the board. We're all tied up at 2. Smith and Young handle the backcourt from the 15-foot line. Venable, almost a steal, down the middle. Kerr. Kerr from the left baseline ties things up at 2. We've played 2 minutes. Good inside position. Shot is missed. Still bounced around. And out to the outside. It goes to Young. Scott Kerr pulling the rebound down. This is Venable on the break. 4-on-1. Nice head and body fake by Venable. Puts the Trojans up 6-4. Hello, Jimmy.
Oh, my. First time doing this, so I hope everyone can bear
right
with
there. From the outside, field goal by Troy Smith. at 6. We've played 3 minutes. Venable, right side, baseline, in and out. So the ball is off of Williams, goes to Hagerstown.
I'm going to fill in here, Van, until Gary makes it.
I have a discrepancy here in one of the numbers that they gave me, Jimmy. I think I'm going to pick it out here in just a minute. Way too hard. Stanfield was breaking from the left side, but the ball went right to his hand.
You'd have to be a lead wall to catch that one, Van.
That's right. Scott Kerr tried to save it, but brought it back in. Two evenly matched junior college ball clubs going at each other. The ball swings out into the outside, goes to Phil Young. Venable almost had a steal, deflected the ball away, swung over to the right side to Smith. Ball jumps around and a scramble for it at the foul line. Rodney Johnson comes out with it. This is Venable. Scott Kerr, jumper, block. That's just a great block by Stanfield. This is Troy Smith. Swung back outside, however, to Young. Troy Smith with the ball. Troy is a sophomore from Steubenville. He's with the ball now. They're moving the ball extremely well. Ball was blocked by Williams. Beckton.
And it's in, Van.
Nice shot by C. Beckton, the freshman from down at Friendly, to give AC a 2-point edge. We've played 5 minutes. Change feet. Hacking foul is going to be called against Clint Venable on the outside. So to the line will go Troy Smith. He'll be there for 2. ACC on top by 2, 8-6. First shot is up and good. The score 8-7. So the 2 foul shots by Troy Smith ties the score again at 8. ACC's ball in the backcourt. Just sort of token pressure here at midcourt. This is Rodney Johnson. C. Beckton. Gonna have a foul on the inside.
The foul's on number 10.
Foul is going to be called on Billy Dunn. ACC will put the ball into play over on the far side. This is Venable. He has the ball the better part of the time. That's a tough shot. That
Great
foul
coverage.
is going to be called on Lanham.
Excellent coverage by Billy Dunn.
Lanham went up on Beckton, sort of deflected the ball, but Beckton is going to go to the line. Beckton will be there for 2. Jimmy, a little strange to be doing this. It's been a few years since I've done this.
Well, that's quite all right. This is the first time I've ever done this.
What do they say? Be patient.
I'm trying to go
Okay. So Beckton's first shot is good. And the second one gives ACC a 10-8 lead. We've played about 5.5 minutes.
Daryl Darby has the ball.
Yes, number 3 is Daryl Darby's, right. Jim Brown generally uses all 10 of his players. That's a good move there. Big rebound by Williams. That's a great save underneath.
There again, Billy Dunn. He seems to have been
A walking violation on the dribble. The ball will turn over to the Trojans.
Billy Dunn comes in at 6 foot. Definitely Hagerstown's smallest player, but he's been all
Williams
over
on the inside. Doesn't get the roll. So play underneath. We'll pick up who the foul happens to be on. Vernon Brooks gets the foul. It's a third-team foul on the Hawks. It's going to send Curtis Williams to the line. He'll be there for 2. The Trojans on top, 10-8. ACC is going to take a timeout. So with the score, 10-8, ACC on top, we're going to tell you that you're watching ACC basketball on TCI.
How many times have you walked into a bank and noticed too few teller windows open, resulting in long lines and inconvenient delays? Or maybe a teller greeted you with a look that told you she'd rather be somewhere else. We at First Federal understand the frustration this can cause. Here you are, ready to do business, but the bank is not. You expect to be treated courteously, which includes being waited on promptly. First Federal is a professional financial institution, but we are more than that. We are your neighbors, your friends, and that makes all the difference in the world.
Back to ACC, where we have ACC up on top, 10-8. Trojans going to the line.
So Curtis Williams will be at the line. First trip there. Going to be short. Curtis has not been shooting foul shots all that well in recent outings. Bounce that one around. Rodney Johnson comes out with it.
Scott Kerr has the ball now.
Johnson.
Up, just couldn't make it.
Got a 2-on-1 break. That's a great field goal by Irvin. So we're tied again at 10. This is Rodney Johnson. Looking to the inside. The ball is knocked right into the hands of Stanfield. Good move, right across the lane by Troy Smith. Smith's in with 6 points. And Hagerstown takes their lead at 12-10.
Clint Venable passing off.
Nice pass from Rodney Johnson into Beckton. We're tied again at 12. We've played about 7 minutes. Oh, he double dribbled. He changed the ball. Good basket off of the board by Brooks.
I think we're the only 2 people that saw that, man.
Well, we happen to be in a good spot. Scott Kerr is good. So Scott Kerr ties things up at 14, his second field goal of the night. Ball is deflected away by Johnson. So the ball off of the hands of Hagerstown, still young. We're tied at 14, 12-15 remaining, first half of play. Williams pulled up on that shot, about 6 or 8 feet. Good strong rebound on the inside by Brooks. And also a field goal by Brooks. So Brooks scores his second bucket of the night. gives the Hawks a 16-14 lead.
Clint Venable has the ball.
That basket is going to count.
Shot
the foul
is
is
good.
going to go on Phil Young.
Shot is good by Curtis Williams.
Well, a nice pass from the outside is from Beckton to Williams. Left-handed jumper by Williams. Ties things up at 16.
You know, I see the game a lot from the outside, seeing what everyone at home seeing. Being in here is a lot different.
Jimmy's been working out in a truck on our games out here.
I'm earning a whole new respect for you and Gary doing this.
So ACC jumps out on top by a point, 17-16. 11:33, first half.
Got a good shot of that one.
All right. Well, we got Jim in the game anyhow.
I've always wanted to be in a basketball game. Height's always been a factor.
Yeah, that's right. This is Young. Venable. Shortest guy in the court got that rebound.
Scott Kerr has the ball.
That's a nice pass.
It's
Rodney
good.
Johnson, pretty close to three-point range, but not so. Trojans take a three-point lead, 19-16. Fall away jumper is no good. Rebound on the inside by Lanham. Blocked by Williams.
That was an excellent play, Van. Excellent. Scott Kerr has the ball.
Venable drive right down the heart of the lane. ACC opens up their largest lead, 5-point lead. Working down to 10 minutes, 21-16. That shot's going to be short. So a couple substitutions, or the players returning into the Hagerstown lot. Vernon Brooks will be coming in, as will Kenny Simmons. So on the alternate possession, ACC will take over in their backcourt. Working down to 10 minutes, 10:04 to be exact. 21-16 ACC. Venable.
It's up, and it's good.
Gets the roll. 7-point lead for the Trojans. Wide open. Good rebound. Nice rebound by Beckton. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Kenny Simmons for Hagerstown. So ACC will take the ball out of bounds in the backcourt.
Trojans are up 23-16. And it looks like this might be...
Hagerstown is going to be taking a timeout. We'll hang on here for the time being. Two spirited ball clubs. When these two get together, whether it's in Hagerstown or here at Trojan Square Garden, you're generally in for a good basketball game. The Trojans leading the JUCO American Division. They're undefeated in 7. Hagerstown is 4-2. Might be well to mention that the only two losses that ACC has sustained this year, early in the year, the third game, they were defeated by Vincennes 73-71, then lost a 4-point decision when their streak was stopped at 129 by Lewisburg at 64-60. That was back on December the 13th. So we're just about set to go. Jim Brown didn't particularly like what he saw. The score was tied at 16, so ACC has they ran off 7 straight points. And they have the ball in the backcourt. Pressure coming from Hagerstown also in the backcourt, but no one covers Johnson until he gets over center line. Now that's just a little soft lob pass from Rodney Johnson to Kerr, but it was easily picked off.
Daryl Darby has the ball. Comes in here at 5'10", Van. The smallest person on Hagerstown's team.
On the inside of the 15-foot line, or the three-point line. Long pass from Venable. Just led Curtis Williams just a little too far, and he couldn't save it. This is Daryl Darby, number 3. He's handling the point now. Good drive. Way short. This is Johnson and Venable.
Knocked away by Daryl Darby.
Venable comes up with it. But Scott Kerr was responsible for the deflection of that ball and right into the hands of Venable. That's a bad pass.
Rodney Johnson to Venable.
Just trying to play just a little bit too much. Beckton.
To Williams.
Williams.
Volleyball or basketball, you decide.
Well, no one could come up with it. It was being bounced around. As Jim said, it was more like volleyball. But it went out of bounds off of Curtis Williams. Hagerstown takes over on the side of the court. 23-16, ACC on top. There's 8 minutes remaining here in the first half. Backcourt now of Hagerstown is composed of Billy Dunn, number 10, Daryl Darby, number 3. Foul is called down along the baseline on Beckton. So Hagerstown has the ball under their own board. Swung deep.
Darby has it. Passing off to Billy Dunn. Back to Darby.
Good inside move, but the ball is intercepted by Beckton.
It's gone, Van.
And Venable got the layup off of the pass from Beckton. 25-16.
2 for the Trojans.
Field goal by Billy Dunn on the outside. Boy, a lot of contact around the foul lane. Apparently went unnoticed. Beckton. Williams. Ball was intended for Williams. Good pass off to the left side. Nice shot.
That was Darby
A
passing
good
on
drive
to
by
Brooks.
Vernon Brooks. 25-20. Hagerstown's on top. 6:19 remaining. You're watching ACC basketball on TCI.
I think it needs a little something, Dad. How about this?
Roy's Crispy Fried Chicken sure doesn't need anything, and it's waiting for you now at the newly remodeled Roy Rogers restaurants in Cumberland and LaVale. Along with chicken, there are big, juicy burgers to fix the way you want at Roy's free Fixins Bar. Come in often. Enjoy all your favorites.
Now, that's music to these ears. Show off.
Back at Trojan Square Garden, the Trojans have the ball.
5-point ball game, 25-20. ACC is taking the lead at 17 and have held it. But however, Hagerstown has knocked in 2 straight field goals. This is Venable. Fake jumper is no good.
In and out.
Ball is loose. That basket, I doubt, is going to count. The Hagerstown bench doesn't particularly like it. The foul is going to be called on Vernon Brooks. I frankly didn't see that, didn't think there was much question about that play. Jim Brown and his staff didn't think a whole lot of it. So the ball goes out of bounds to the side of the court, which incidentally denotes that the basket doesn't count. And ACC still maintains their 5-point edge.
It's one of those things you never like, Van, but you just have to learn to accept it as part of the game.
Williams, pass, left side. Johnson is going to be a 3-pointer.
Keith Curvin with the ball.
(28-20). ACC on top, working down to 5 minutes. Jumper is good.
Billy Stanfield
on the left side by Stanfield. 28-22. 6-point lead for the Trojans. Kirk Mitchell came in here just a couple of moments ago. That's a tough shot there. Venable hitting from the baseline.
Off to Young, not to be confused with the Phil Young that played here.
Air ball. Tipped in by Williams.
Go. Hey, Keith.
A steal by Venable. Stepped right in front of the pass that was intended for Curvin. Kerr. 32-22. Largest lead for ACC. Way short. This is Venable. Kirk Mitchell, baseline. So the foul's going to be called on Mitchell. That's the 3rd team foul on the Trojans.
Score is 32-22. Trojans on top by 10. Phil Young with the ball, passing off to number 34, Troy Smith.
Is out of bounds. A drive along that baseline, far side of the court or end of the court by Kenny Simmons. Found him stepping on the line. ACC's up by 10, 32-22. A little better than 3 minutes remaining here in the first half of play. This is Williams, and now Kirk. Pass on the inside. That basket's gone in. Curtis Williams getting the roll. And the foul is going to be called on Lanham.
The fans like that one, Bill.
That's the 6th team foul that has been called against the Hawks as Williams goes to the line. He'll be there for 1. So Curtis Williams in with 10 points. And down on the other end, it was Beckton. This is Venable. On the inside. He got a little bit of a head start. Kenny Simmons getting just a little bit of a head start before he put the ball on the floor. 35-22, 2:35 remaining first half of play here at Trojan Square Garden. Venable trying to go on the inside. That's Beckton. Beckton checks in with his 8-point. 37-22. Ball shot from the left corner.
Nice shot by
Billy
Stanfield.
Bill Stanfield. 37-24. Working down to 2 minutes. This is Rodney Johnson. ACC is going to spread the floor. Rodney Johnson just lost the ball.
Bill Young with the ball.
Got the bounce.
Up and in.
Venable outside, way too long. Williams had the ball stripped. Hagerstown had a 2-on-1 break, but right in front of me, or us, the walking violation against Bill Young.
Another call I think that Hagerstown doesn't quite agree with then.
37-26, ACC on top. 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining in the first half of play. Clint Venable, his jumper is going to be good.
Beautiful shot by Venable. Trojans on top.
Venable and Williams are up by 10 points. So the foul goes against Clint Venable. It's going to be Clint's second foul as Kirk Mitchell returns to the Trojan lineup. Venable's going to get a breather with just 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining. I'm sure Coach Kirk doesn't want him to pick up his third foul with just 1 minute to play. The ball is swung deep. And this is Darby. Darby and Smith working here on the outside. Right in front of the hoop.
That was Terrence Lanham.
So we have an 11-point ball game with 37 seconds remaining. 39-28. Trojans on top. This is Mitchell. Scott Kerr. That's Williams. Didn't get the roll that time, but he picked up the foul. I think it's on Lanham. It goes against Lanham. It's his third. And it will send Curtis Williams to the line. He'll be there for 2. He's hit 2 out of 4 from the line. That's a total of 10 points here in the first half of play. Better hurry. Each of the 3 foul shots that Curtis has missed tonight have been short. 40-28, 23 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Trojans up by 12. Kerr wasn't anywhere close on that one.
So the first 20 minutes of play has been concluded with ACC leading by the score of 40-28. They jumped out on top at 17-16. And from that point on, why, they have been leading throughout. 40-28, ACC on top. So we're going to tell you that we'll be back with some halftime activities. I understand that we're going to have John Kruk's number retired, and I understand John is around someplace. And I'm quite sure that that he'll be here with us in probably just a few moments. So we'll tell you that you're watching ACC basketball on TCI.
Westvaco's commitment to innovative and differentiated products begins in our woodlands. Forests provide the raw material for almost all Westvaco's products. Among these products are fine papers, which in one form or another enter almost everyone's life.
Join us on Showtime in February. We'll take you on an exclusive whirlwind tour of great movies and shows. First stop is Down Under for Crocodile Dundee. Good night. Then we're off on an adventure in Assassination. Then it's Coast to Coast with Showtime's new variety series. And finally, it's Shelley Duvall's Tall Tales and Legends, John Henry. If you could keep up the pace, we'll entertain you all February long.
We're back at Allegany Community College. You saw the score there, 40-28, ACC on top. As I mentioned just a moment ago, John Kruk is going to sit in here with us for a few minutes. As a matter of fact, about halftime of this 15-minute break that they take, why, they're going to have a ceremony here retiring John's number. But John, I tell you, I certainly want to congratulate you on the fine year that you've had with the San Diego Padres.
Thank you. It's this is a dream of a lifetime, and just to be able to play at that level and to do well, it's just something that I've never even dreamed of doing.
Well, I really didn't get to know you all that well when you were here at Allegany Community College. I'd come out here and watch a few of the games, and as you more than well know, why, you just watch it in a few innings and away you go. But did you ever believe that when you were here that things were going to develop the way they did? Maybe you hope so.
I always hoped they would, but deep down inside, you gotta look at where we came from, and it's not the biggest junior college in the world.
That's right.
So you're not going to get a lot of publicity here, so it's going to be tougher that way to make it. But I just kept working at it and kept plugging away, and I got a break, and I took advantage of it, and I hope I can stay with it for a few more years.
Well, you were drafted by the Padres in the 3rd round of that free agent draft. That was back in 1981, and from there, why, you came up through the minors, and you've been with the Padres now, I guess, for 2 years. This is the first full season, isn't it?
Well, I missed 6 days last year.
That's right, you went.
They counted as a full season, so I'm going to take it.
You're satisfied, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to take all that I can get.
Well, it might be well to mention that John was 4th in the league in batting, the National League, playing for the Padres, hit .313, played in 138 games. I don't know when the spring training started, John, that you felt you were going to play 138 games.
Well, they kind of told me that I'd be playing a lot, but the way people change their minds, you never know what's going to happen. And I felt lucky that I got to play that many games, that I stayed healthy enough to play that many. A lot of guys don't get that opportunity, and I had a lot of fun. That's the main thing. We came in last place, but we still had fun. And hopefully this year we can improve on that.
Well, did you have a preference? I know that you played the latter part of the year, the better part of the year at first base, because when the season started, you had Garvey, and then, of course, he was taken out of the lineup. You were, I guess, more slated to be in the outfield.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that a man of that caliber gets hurt, and to give you an opportunity to play the position that you want to play. But, I feel sorry for him.
He's a nice guy, I understand.
He's a great man. He's helped me a lot in the 2 years I've been there. Just off the field more than on. And I just took advantage of the situation. It was between Carmelo Martinez and I got lucky. I got hot at the right time, and he gave me the job, and I kept it for the rest of the year. And he just called me this winter and told me that the job's mine, and don't worry about losing it in spring training, because I'll never lose it. It's going to be mine for as long as I live.
Speaking of that, John, speaking of spring training, did you or have you had a weight problem? Was there a weight problem a couple of years or a few years ago?
Yeah.
Seems to me Steve told me that or something.
Yeah, I've never had one here, but something happened. I don't know what it is, but I just started gaining a lot of weight. I was up to about 230 at one time.
Right?
Now I'm down to about 195, and they want me at 195 for spring training, and you know, when the man tells you come at 195, you come at 195.
What are you doing here in the off season?
I was in winter ball for a while in Mexico, and I just got done with that, and I just came back to see my parents and just to work out a little bit up here, just to keep sharp, get ready for spring training, another year, hopefully 162 games this year.
Just from the enthusiasm that you've shown here, it looks to me like you're ready to go right now.
Yeah, I've been talking. I've been getting some phone calls from some guys on our team, and you know they're ready to go. I'm ready to go. So hopefully we can turn it around this year and play better ball.
Where do you work? Arizona?
Yeah, we go to Arizona starting February 23rd.
Well, it certainly has been a great year for you. I mean, I don't know. I just dating myself back here when you were played at ACC and seeing you at Potomac State too. To me, it didn't appear that you were any kind of a power hitter at the time. Here I look down and I see you have 20 home runs, 91 RBIs.
Live bat. I don't know. They must have gave me good bats this year. I can't explain it. It just happened. We didn't have a fourth hitter, so the manager told me that you're a fourth hitter. So I had no choice. I had to hit home runs. I think my average suffered a little bit from it. I think I could have hit a lot higher than I did. But you know, I tried to do more for the team. I tried to hit more home runs, and you know, I got lucky enough to do it.
Do you guys have a shot at this thing, or have you been improving somewhat?
I think we need a fourth hitter. I'm more of a third or fifth hitter. I'm not a fourth hitter.
They had you hitting fourth, didn't they?
All year. So you know, when you have me hitting fourth, you should finish in last. But hopefully we can remedy that with a trade pretty soon, get us a fourth hitter, so I can move to fifth. And if our pitching holds out, we'll be all right.
What's the pitching look like, John?
We got three of the 5 starters we're going to have are below 22 years old. So we're going to be real young. And, you know, we're going to be almost as young as this team Coach Pizarnik's going to put out this year. So, you know, hopefully it'll be more fun for us.
You know, speaking of pitching, I was a bit surprised, and you can straighten me out on this, I was a bit surprised that Storm Davis didn't do better over at your place. Because I followed him, you know, with the Orioles and that sort of thing. Storm's
he's kind of a to-himself individual.
Right.
And our manager's not like that. He's kind of an extrovert. He yells and screams and swears at everybody. You know, he doesn't take any exception. And Storm kind of had trouble with that from day one. So the first day in spring training, we had a meeting, and he started yelling at us first day before, you know, we even started to practice. So he kind of got on us. But, you know, him and Storm had a lot of troubles. And, you know, I hope he does good in Oakland. I know he's happier there. I got to talk to him after he got traded, and he seems happier there. So, you know, I hope he just does well.
Well, we certainly hope that you do well. I see that they're getting a few things lined up here for you, and I think it's quite a tribute to you, and just a great tribute here at ACC, because you've sort of put this area on the map with Major League Baseball. I mean, we date ourselves back with Bob Robertson, of course, when Bob was playing with the Pirates, but you've just done such a great job. When did you hit your first home run in the Major Leagues?
I have no idea.
Yes, you do.
I don't. I know it's in Chicago, and I know it was off Dennis Ecker's.
You're exactly.
But I don't know. I don't know the date.
Well, you're exactly right, because I happened to make a note of that whenever Stevie called me and said you were going to be here. Yes, it was off at Dennis Eckersley in Chicago at Wrigley Field. So we certainly hope that you have many, many more of them. I was looking to see if Don Alexander came along, but I don't see him just yet. What about Tony Gwynn? He was the, you know, a teammate and led the league in hitting at 370.
He's the best. He's
something else, isn't he?
He's the best hitter in baseball. He's the nicest person I've ever met in as far as baseball people go. The man's just helped me with everything. You know, people tried to get us going with a little jealousy thing this year. You know, the newspapers, they started you know, well, is Tony going to be happy if he doesn't lead the team in hitting, you know, and things like that. And there's no animosity at all towards the two of us. We're the best of friends on and off the field. And, you know, if there's ever going to be a problem, it'll be about something else besides baseball.
I was mentioning, and you were too, that it seems like you're firmly entrenched at first base for the Padres. What are you going to have to do? You keep improving?
Yeah, you can always work on something, you know. And if you don't think you need it, they'll find a few things for you to work on. I think I have to work on my defense a little more. I was a little erratic this year as far as not knowing where to throw the ball at times, but that just comes from experience. I've never played first base before.
I was just going to say you had more experience in the outfield, didn't you?
Yeah, I've never played first base, and you know, now I'm starting to learn, so everything's going to go all right, I think. I got to go early to spring training. They're going to work with me a lot more on the mental part of the game.
When do you report, John?
I'll be there about the 21st. I'll be there about 3 or 4 days before everyone else gets there.
Well, it certainly has been a fine career to this point. We hope you have a long one because, let's see, I believe you have a birthday coming up next week, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't. You're too young to date yourself.
No, I'm not that young anymore. You know, they start retiring jerseys. You know you're getting old.
Well, there might be something to that too, but I believe that 26.
I'll be 27 next week.
27.
That's old.
My goodness, you're getting old in baseball, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to go take my nap before this starts.
Well, listen, you don't want to get out of there unless you have to, pal, because with the pension plans that you guys have, why, you're in clover. Have you signed for this year?
No, my agent's in San Diego right now working on it. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I'm staying out of it, and whatever he decides I should get, that's what I'll take. And, you know, next year's more important than this year, I think.
Well, lots of luck to you, and thanks for stopping by. We really enjoyed seeing you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Just put that mic right down there, pal, and we'll be all right. Thank you so much. Okay, John Kruk, the first baseman for the San Diego Padres, talking with us. John is going to have some festivities here in a few moments. Might tell you that we're here at halftime with ACC leading Hagerstown Junior College by the score of 40-28. We'll be back in just a few moments. We're telling you that you've been watching John Kruk and also ACC basketball on TCI.
Liberty Bank has been helping people in our community for over a century. Now, let Liberty Bank help you express your good taste with the sparkle, the ring, and the elegance of French lead crystal. All you have to do is open up or add money to an existing savings, checking, or money market account. Open a safe deposit box, apply for a Visa or a MasterCard, or any other qualifying service. It's that easy. The beauty of French lead crystal to make your special occasions very special. Liberty Bank, member FDIC.
I'll get shot if Widmar's on here.
Okay, no problem.
Oh, no, I know that.
We're back at ACC Trojan Square Garden. Trojans on top by 12, 40-28. I'm Jim Corley, and
okay, Jimmy, we'll take a look at the individual scoring while we have an opportunity because we want to get as much of the ceremony here. I think the teams are going to warm up and then maybe take about a 3 or 4 minute break while they honor John. But looking to the individual scoring, Curtis Williams is in with 11 points, Clint Venable with 10. Steve Beckton has scored 8. Rodney Johnson is in with 7, and Scott Kerr has scored 4. Well, for Hagerstown, they have Billy Stanfill having scored 8 points in the first half with 6 apiece. Vernon Brooks, along with Troy Smith, having scored 4 was Keith Kervin. And rounding out the scoring with 2 points apiece, Lanham and also Billy Dunn. So we're here at half, 40-28. I tell you, Jimmy, John Kruk had a fine career. He only played here at ACC 1 year, but he also came up through the Kaiser Little League. He played at Kaiser High School, Potomac State, and also Allegany Community College. And also just about every minor league stop, including the AAA Pacific Coast League, which he led in hitting in 1985 having hit 351 when he was with the Las Vegas Stars. So he's hit an awfully lot of stops. He had his uniform number retired by Kaiser High School, which incidentally was number 8. And he was the first athlete in the school's history to have so. So Steve Bazarnik is going to handle the honors. Jimmy, I wish we had a mic out there, but not much we can do about that.
Maybe we will.
We're going to have maybe Jimmy run a mic out there very quickly, and maybe we can pick up what is going on. Quickly ran a mic out to the center line.
John's not only a great hitter, but also he's a fan's ball player and a great example to young people to follow. He's a refreshing player who shows up the ballpark early and gives 100%, all at Pete Rose. In fact, I was talking to Sam Palazzo, the third base coach of the Mets yesterday. He said it'll be a long time before John gets tired of playing. And as most of you know, this is the type of people that we need in professional sports today. Now a little bit for his background and some of his achievements. John had an outstanding career under Tack Clark at Kaiser High School. He also played for Jack Reynolds 1 year at Potomac State, transferred to Allegany Community College. In 1981 had an outstanding year here for the Allegany Community College Trojans. Hard work and dedication paid off. That year he was drafted by Pittsburgh in January and also by the San Diego Padres in June. John signed with the Padres in June, and in 5 years in their minor league system hit 325. That included the Pacific Coast League batting title at Las Vegas in 1985 when he hit 351. First year in the big leagues, John hit 309. That winter he hit 394 in the Mexican League, to lead the Mexican League in hitting. Past year, John continued to show he was born to hit, became one of the game's best hitters. This past summer, John hit 313, finished 6th in the National League. And this was despite an injury the last month of the season. His other stats this year were also outstanding. John had 20 home runs, 91 RBIs, 406 on-base percentage, and a slugging percentage of 424. Now to show John, former Trojan, that we're proud of him and his success, tonight we're going to retire number 8, which is the uniform number John wore while at ACC. To commemorate this, I'm going to present John with a plaque. We're also going to put an identical plaque here in the physical education building. In addition, we're going to give John the uniform top he wore here at the college. I'd just like to offer John congratulations from all of us and wish him continued success.
Steve Bazarnik, the baseball coach at ACC. And John Struck is getting a standing ovation from this nice crowd here at ACC. There's a picture of the beautiful plaque. John in his familiar pose. Generally holds that bat up high. There's his uniform number 8. With his baseball coach here at ACC, Steve Bazarnik. I don't know if John is going to have anything to say or not. We certainly enjoyed talking to him here at halftime. So a nice honor bestowed upon John Kruk. As we mentioned, he hit 313. Second year there with the Padres in the National League. Just did a great job. 20 home runs, 91 RBIs. As he was saying something about his weight, he still stole 18 bases during the course of the year, so I noticed that our long-lost warrior has shown up here at and I'm speaking, of course, of Gary Hoggard. Gary, I'm glad you made it, pal.
Thank you very much, man. I am too. It's been a long day, my man. It's been a long day.
Well,
the consequences are on the road salesman, you know?
Well, I've gone through that too.
Well,
we have a pretty good game going. Hagerstown ball getting started here in the second half. So Gary Hogger's back with it. Gary.
Okay, Van, thank you very much. Let me get acclimated here with the Hawks. Number 23 is Phil Young. And that's taking the shot into the corner. It's up no good. Curtis Williams with the rebound out to Kerr. He throws it away.
Pass just a little bit behind Scott Kerr, breaking off of the right wing.
Billy Stanfield took that shot out of the corner for the Hawks. #24 is Keith Curvin. The big gun for Hagerstown, 34, Troy Smith, hitting the two-pointer. Phil Young hits top of the key, and there's a long pass down court, intercepted, but he's out of bounds.
Well, we both know, Gary, that this team here, you may have a 10 or 12-point lead, but you better keep plugging away because they'll keep coming at you.
They can definitely put the points on the board in a hurry.
Well, that's a tough spot to be. Boy, he hit Clint Venable wide open coming down the lane, but ball was deflected.
Troy Smith made a nice interception. Venable knocked it away, but scoring up and in.
Right.
That's number 24, Keith Curvin.
So the first 4 points put on the board by the Hawks.
Trojans working to get this man-to-man. Throw it away. That's 3 straight times down the court. Trojans
Little lob pass, trying to get it to Beckton. Well, those are mistakes. There's a nice pass.
Shot is up and in by Billy Stanfield on the left baseline. It is 6 in a row hit off by the Hawks.
Hawks have come out and knocked in 6 straight.
There's Venable, and that ball's knocked off, partially blocked. And ahead of the pack, it's number 23, Phil Young. He can't convert.
Beckton comes out of there with it.
Venable penetrates in the lane. Up off the glass, no good. Kerr gets it back. He has the ball knocked away, and it's still loose, and the Hawks come away with it. Long shot taken by Troy Smith is no good. And there's a jam on the inside by Curtis Williams. Nice assist from Rodney Johnson on that play. Curvin goes in on Williams. Ball is tipped up and in by Billy Stanfield. (42-36), the Trojans by half a dozen. And off the ball, we got a foul. And it's going to be on 33. Beckton off the ball.
Well, Gary, Beckton as well as Venable have 2 fouls apiece.
Hawks can really close this gap, which was 12 at the half. Stanfield's shot hit the rim, bounced up high on the backboard, went out of bounds.
So Phil Young comes into the Hagerstown lineup, takes Darby's place.
Tough man-to-man defense by the Hawks. Williams gets inside, up off the glass and in. 44-36, the Trojans by 8 now. Curvin goes in the lane, up over Williams and hits. That's Keith Curvin. 6'4" forward. Venable. There's Johnson for 3. Yes! Curvin drives in again and lays it up off the glass and in. Becton in the lane. Dishes to Williams, but we got a charging foul on Becton.
Got a play underneath. I think it's going to go on Becton.
The charge is called against C. Becton. That'll be the third foul on Becton. Hagerstown puts it in play, trailing by 7.
Got a 3-on-2.
Curvin again with the left hand up over Williams, and the Hawks are running a fast break against this Trojan press.
Curvin has come out just smoking. He has knocked in 8 points here in the first 4 minutes or so.
Bob Kirk wants to get a timeout, so with the score, Allegheny Community College 47, Hagerstown 42. We'll be back with the remaining 15:33 after this message.
"129 straight wins at home, a national record for ACC, which all the Trojans past and present and the coaching staff can be very proud of. I'm Jimmy Flanagan of Kelco Credit Union. The Trojans will keep on going because they are winners and have what it takes. Kelco is a winner too and has what it takes to play your financial game through the 80s into the future. We've learned over the years to develop our game plan to serve you better. And as you can see, we're still in the game, giving it our best shot. And you can count on us.
Back at Allegheny Community College, I'm Gary Hogger along with Van Roby. 47-42 ball game. The Trojans by 5. They have the basketball. And the ball last touched by Clint Venable. Out of bounds.
Oh, that's
Troy Smith in the middle. And we got a foul on Venable.
That's going to be the third foul on Venable. Another one of those touch fouls that you see from time to time. Third foul on Clint.
That's Troy Smith on the right side. Going to be a little short. It won't go.
Got to play underneath. I think it's going to go on Curvin.
Curvin does pick up the foul.
Go, baby.
15 minutes remaining. The Trojans by 5 at 47-42. Hagerstown has come out a tough man-to-man in the second half. If Venable loses the basketball, back into Williams. Williams up off the glass and in. On the inside, and I believe that was Billy Stanfield.
Well, Stanfield is in with 14, Curvin in with 12.
Ball knocked away by the Hagerstown defense.
They had a play right here in front of us.
Williams with the play, and the Hagerstown man was trying to tip it in. His own teammate knocked it away. On the inside, Johnson lays it up and in from
Johnson on the break. Good pass.
Venable with the assist. Williams with a great defensive play as he blocked the shot of Keith Curvin and caused a walk.
I believe that call was that he came down with the ball. Williams made a good block.
51-44, the Trojans by 7. Venable comes up short. There's a foul on Venable reaching in.
It's going to be the fourth foul on Venable. Those are just unnecessary fouls. Just trying to do a little bit too much. That's going to send Rico Taylor into the ACC lineup, I believe. We've We've only played about 7 minutes, 6.5 minutes.
Stanfield out of the corner. No good. Now Troy Smith tries to look on the inside. He's trapped. Gets it back out. Good offensive rebound, and putting the ball up and in is Vernon Brooks. Scott Kerr penetrates in the lane, lays it up off the glass, no good. Williams taps it up and in. They got problems getting it in, but they finally do. Very fast pace in this second half. Shot up off of the floor.
Well, that'd have been
by
some shot,
Keith
wouldn't it?
Curvin, and Williams gets the rebound. Ball goes on the inside. That's Becton.
They hit it too hard.
And Williams is going to be called for a foul over the top.
First foul called on Williams, but it's a fourth foul. Fourth team foul on ACC. More substitutions for Hagerstown. Simmons reports back in.
I don't know if the first half is like this, Van, but they're really going up and down the court.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Still have 12:23 remaining in the ball game. 53-46, the Trojans by 7. And a good play by Scott Kerr, anticipating on the press.
Rico Taylor. Scott Kerr. And then Johnson's playing the point now.
Kerr goes baseline. Yes.
First field goal for Scott.
And Rico Taylor's going to pick up the foul, coming down the sideline against Phillip Young.
Yeah, but it's not going to be too long until the Hawks are going to be in shooting situation. Kirk Mitchell coming in.
Williams comes out.
Yeah, he's going to get a breather.
That is the 16th foul on the Trojans. And the Hagerstown Hawks only have 1 team foul.
That could be a big factor.
Smith throws it into about the second row.
Well, he hasn't thrown too many away tonight, Gary. So Rodney Johnson handling the point.
Taylor goes baseline. No good. There's Becton with a strong rebound. He missed the dunk. And now we're going to have a technical foul called on Becton for grabbing the rim. And to the line will go Phil Young for the one-shot technical, and the Hawks will get the basketball. Young converts the technical now at half court. The Hawks will get the rebound. Smith on the left side. It's no good. Ball's knocked around. And a good, strong rebound in there by Curvin, but he can't convert, and Taylor comes away with the rebound.
Good player, right, Rico. Well, they had Rico wide open.
Williams on the baseline is going to be a little short. Phil Young comes up the left side, goes into the lane. He's got Smith open. He passes up the shot.
He's walking.
And takes a tougher one. And Williams gets the rebound.
Working ourselves down to 10 minutes. ACC on top by 8.
Try to go on the inside to Williams. And Rodney Johnson throws it out of bounds.
Scott Kerr's got to get a breather. I think he was trying to get out to the last possession.
Number 10, Billy Dunn, has to come in to replace Troy Smith. Stanfield pulls up. And now the long shot by Young is no good.
Wide
but a
open,
nice offensive rebound on the inside to Vernon Brooks. On the inside, Beckton, nice catch. With the left hand, he scores.
Nice play, Beckton.
Beautiful catch by Beckton. There goes a three-point shot taken, and it goes in by Billy Dunn. And it's a 5-point game at 57-52 with 9 minutes remaining. Johnson, open is Taylor. No good, but there's a follow by Beckton. Curvin on the baseline gets it over to Stanfield, comes up short, and Beckton with the rebound.
A big rebound there by Beckton.
Kurt Mitchell into the ball game, goes baseline, and he's fouled by Billy Stanfield. And the Hagerstown Hawks want to get a timeout with 8:24 left in the ball game. Allegany Community College 59, Hagerstown 52. We'll be back with the remaining 8:24 after this message.
How many times have you walked into a bank and noticed too few teller windows open, resulting in long lines and inconvenient delays? Or maybe a teller greeted you with a look that told you she'd rather be somewhere else. We at First Federal understand the frustration this can cause. Here you are, ready to do business, but the bank is not. You expect to be treated courteously, which includes being waited on promptly. First Federal is a professional financial institution, but we are more than that. We are your neighbors, your friends, and that makes all the difference in the world.
Back at Allegany Community College, where the Trojans hold a 59-52 lead over the Hawks of Hagerstown. We got Kurt Mitchell going to the line. He'll get 2 shots. Mitchell shoots 59% from the free throw line on the year. Makes it a 60-52 ball game. Mitchell with a pair, 61-52. 8:22 left, and Taylor intercepts at half court. Hawks still man-to-man defense. On the inside, they try to go to Mitchell.
Yeah, there's that little lob pass.
They get it into Kerr and swing it back out front. And there's a ball intercepted. Darryl Darby brings it across the timeline for the Hawks. And a tough shot taken and missed by Keith Kervin. Mitchell got the rebound. Here comes Kerr.
He's getting mugged.
35 with the foul. Kenneth Simmons.
Boy, late whistle. Couple of more players coming into the Hagerstown lineup. Bill Young along with Troy Smith. They've gotten a good production here in the second half from Keith Kervin along with Stanfield.
We have 7.5 remaining in the ball game. Trojans by 9, 61-52.
Well, Rico's been wide open here on the right side.
Curl on that baseline again, and he hits. That's definitely his best shot when he's driving the baseline.
Knocked in a couple of straight. That's something on the inside.
Foul on the tap. Kerr made it 63-52. Trojans by 11 now on the other end. A Trojan foul will put the Hawks in the bonus.
Boy, those are tough calls on the board, Gary. Boy, that's pretty tough to give a
foul's on Curtis Williams. And it'll be
pretty
his
tough
second.
to give a two-shot foul when there's some tapping around the basket.
At the line is 42. That's Vernon Brooks. Brooks can't hit, but Smith
He
got
came
the
back with the
rebound.
ball.
And Smith finally gets the roll. 63-54, the Trojans by 9 again. 6:45 left in the ball game. Ball knocked away. Mitchell's got it, and he fouls.
So Curtis Williams comes back into the ACC lineup, and so does Venable at 6:34.
Venable has 4 fouls. He comes in at the 6:34 mark. Hit the line for 101 will be Phil Young for the Hawks.
Good player, played at North Hagerstown.
Phil Young will get the back end of the bonus. Young hits a pair at 63-56. The Hawks won't go away. Venable, very tough shot by Venable.
Those are just bad shots.
A whirling move by Brooks doesn't go.
Speaking of bad shots.
Yeah, that was a bad one. On the inside, this is Mitchell to Williams.
That could be going against Mitchell.
It's going to be on Kurt Mitchell. So with 5:50 remaining now, Kurt Mitchell picks up his third foul. And the Trojans lead by 7. Now to the line, Vernon Brooks, where he just missed a pair of foul shots.
He was just there a moment ago, Gary.
This time he connects. Brooks gets a pair, and it's 63-58.
So Brooks is in with 12 points. He's replaced right away. And Hagerstown's extended their defense a little bit.
Mitchell in the middle, gets it over to Kerr. Rodney Johnson's got to watch a 5-second count. He gets the ball back to Kerr. Kerr dishes off. That's Taylor. No good. Williams had the basketball and lost it.
Went right out of his hands.
Troy Smith up court. And Brooks is going to be called for traveling.
I don't think there was much question about a walking violation. I noticed Jim Brown is up, but
and Johnson throws the ball right out of bounds. Billy Dunn for 3. It's no good.
It was a real strong rebound there by Kervin.
Kervin kept it in play. Smith comes up short. And Bob Kirk wants to get a timeout with 4:41 left in the ball game. And the Trojans on top by 5, 63-58. Ben, we're just going to keep it right here.
Well, Gary, you missed the first half, and this is about the way it was the entire first half, with the exception of ACC right at the end, why built their lead up to 12. In fact, I think they got to 14 at one time. But it's been this helter-skelter type of game, both teams pressing, and a number of loose balls. Consequently, why the passing hasn't been all that good from time to time, and the ball handling hasn't been all that good. But I've noticed now that Coach Kirk has brought Clint Venable in at 4:41, leading 5 points. So that may help somewhat. I've sort of felt that here in the second half, particularly, that Venable has been trying to do just a little bit too much instead of dishing off to somebody. He hasn't scored in the second half. That isn't the reason I've said that. But he hasn't been handling the ball as well. Of course, he's been saddled with those 4 fouls, too. So these next 4:41, I noticed Beckton coming back in the lineup, too, for ACC. So these next 4:41 could be most interesting.
Well, Venable got on the baseline down there the second time down. The last 2 times took a real bad shot on the baseline. And Johnson threw the ball away. Trojans have not taken care of the basketball here in the second half.
Yeah, there was plenty of time. So as I said, those are just bad shots, bad selection. Hagerstown stays pretty much to that man-to-man. ACC wants to run this. There's a loose ball again.
Venable has the ball knocked away and off his foot. Now Troy Smith pulls up. No good. And a left-handed shot put up and in by Keith Kervin to make it 63-60.
That's just loose ball handling again.
Johnson gets it up to Kerr.
Lots of contact on the far side of the court. There's contact again.
And the foul's going to be called on number 10, Billy Dunn.
Boy, you got to find your whistle whenever you're having this much contact.
It'll be out of bounds to ACC on the side. That's only the 4th team foul on the Hawks with 4:09 remaining.
Have a little perspiration there around the 15-foot line, I guess. Must not be too much because they can't find it.
63-60. Well, there's no way they can be shooting. It's got to be out of bounds. ACC will get it. Curl on the inside to Williams. Dishes off to Becton. He's open.
Yeah, but Curtis Williams is hurt. He was fouled on the pass-off. He was fouled on the pass-off, knocked right to the floor.
Williams has got a limp. See, that left leg looks a little gimpy right now. So we have 4 minutes left in the basketball game. It's now a 5-point Trojan lead at 65-60. We have a timeout taken by the Trojans is what we have. But Williams did make a nice play throwing the ball on the inside to Becton for the slam.
Well, I just happened to be watching the pass off. There's no question what Becton was wide open and got the dunk. But I think it was 42, just waylaid Curtis Williams, which would lead me to believe that everybody's watching the ball.
So we're ready for action again with 4 minutes remaining right on the nose. The Hawks will inbound on the inline. Vernon Brooks gets it across the timeline. And there's Phil Young popping from the top of the key. It's no good. And Dunn comes away with a loose ball for ACC, or for Hagerstown. Troy Smith on the right side, yes. Seems like Troy Smith's been in Hagerstown for about 5 years. .3:15 to go. Johnson trapped, gets it out the curve.
Oh,
good defense by the Hawks. Dunn has the basketball and lays it up and in. And it's 65-64, a one-point game. That's Johnson for three. It's no good. And here comes Troy Smith wide open. Williams trying to get back. And Troy Smith has put the Hawks again ahead, 66-65. Venable pulls up from 15, yes. 67-66. And for some reason, the clock has stopped with 2 minutes and 21 seconds to go. An injury to Rodney Johnson. I think he's got a cramp. Rico Taylor has to come in to replace Rodney Johnson. 67-66, the Trojans by one. Hawks have came back from a 12-point deficit at halftime. Young dribbles through traffic. Nobody's picking him up. He goes all the way against Williams. It's no good.
There's not protecting the ball again.
Dunn and Kerr fouls Vernon Brooks on the shot. So Vernon Brooks will go to the line. He will get 2 shots and a chance to put Hagerstown back on top. We have 1:48 left in the ball game. A very rapidly played second half.
Well, it surely has been, Gary. Brooks is there for 2.
That's going to be too hard.
I don't know that Brooks is their best foul shooter.
Oh, he definitely isn't.
Well, I noticed Rodney Johnson's back in the lineup.
So Brooks with a chance to tie it up. And that's way short. And Johnson got the rebound.
Just have to protect this basketball.
Oh, we're down to 1:30 seconds.
Once again, it's exactly what I just said.
And Phil Young loses it, but gets it inside to Brooks. And he can't score again, but he's fouled by Scott Kerr.
I think it needs a little something, Dad. How about this?
Roy's Crispy Fried Chicken sure doesn't need anything, and it's waiting for you now at the newly remodeled Roy Rogers restaurants in Cumberland and LaVale. Along with chicken, there are big, juicy burgers to fix the way you want at Roy's free Fixins Bar. Come in often. Enjoy all your favorites.
Now that's music to these ears. Show off.
Well, he doesn't feel very comfortable at the foul line, quite obviously. But that one gets nothing but net, and we are tied at 67. Oh my goodness. Brooks banked the foul shot in. It hit the glass and went straight down through. 68-67, the Hawks by 1 with 1:24. Beckton comes up court, gets it back to Johnson, and Troy Smith fouls. And to the line, no, it's not a shooting foul. It's only the 15th foul on the Hawks. It's 1-1 before they get to the 1-1.
The reason I mentioned the foul situation could be very important. In fact, ACC's not in there yet.
Scott Kerr goes on that baseline. It's up, no good. Dunn with the rebound. And he is fouled by Scott Kerr. And it's going to be 1-1 on, I think Billy Dunn will go to the foul line, 1-1 with 1:01 left. He missed it.
There's another foul.
Keith Curvin picks up the foul. And that's a 16th foul, still not a shooting foul. Hagerstown wants to get a timeout.
Well, it won't be a shooting foul again, Gary.
Right, with 59 seconds left in the ballgame. Now the next foul on the Hawks will put the Trojans in the bonus. As I said, 59 seconds remaining, and the Hawks on top by 1 point at 68-67. And I'll tell you, the Trojans could be in big, big trouble if the Hawks could make foul shots.
Yes, particularly Brooks. Of course, he has 4 out of 8. Boy, Dunn, that 1-and-1 he just missed was certainly crucial.
Well, this game not anything indicative of the first meeting of these two ball clubs, where ACC won 101-92, and we got a 68-67 ball game with 59 seconds left. So the defense has come to play tonight.
Well, Hagerstown came in there averaging almost 100 points a ball game, 99.9 to be exact. ACC came in averaging 89.3. They've been averaging, holding the opposition to 65 points, so that's not all too bad. Well, Hagerstown extends the pressure.
Scott Kerr trapped in the backcourt, and he went out of bounds. Scott Kerr went out of bounds on the sideline. Hawks want to pull it out, 50 seconds.
They're going to hold it.
If I were them, I think I'd look to go to the hoop because the shot clock is still a factor.
Yep.
Dunn gets it in the middle of Brooks. Got 20 seconds on the shot clock. And Dunn's going to the hoop. It doesn't go in, but there's a foul. Brooks going to the basket is fouled.
Brooks a good foul shooter. No, Brooks is the one that's been having the problem.
And the foul is called, I believe, on Clint Venables, and he will be gone. That's 5. So Vernon Brooks, the man that put the Hawks ahead with that banked-in foul shot of all things, goes back there again for 1-and-1. No good, in and out.
I think he's there for 2, isn't he?
So Brooks goes back again. He'll get the second shot of a 2-shot foul. He hits that. 69, 67, 23 seconds. Shot clock is off. Johnson. Taylor. Kerr. Down to 10. Johnson for 3. Bullseye! He hit it! 1 second. And the shot is no good by Troy Smith. And the Trojans have won it. Rodney Johnson with a bomb from three-point land. The final, the Allegany Community College Trojans 70. The Hagerstown Hawks 69. What a finish. And we'll be back with the post game right after this message.